Hey guys. Yeah, I got my dad visited like you saw there. It doesn't look that hot actually, but I guess it's better than nothing. I put that screw in and it's kind of like so I'll just leave it for now. I got the light up. While my dad was here, he gave me a little hand with the light. So I got the solderless connections hooked up. Just got to run a wire from there over. And then remember the 1x2, guys. It's not that one, I don't think. It might be this one. One of the 1x2s that was short over here when I was doing the support for this side where this one was supposed to go. Remember I had a short one? Well, I'm gonna not let that piece go to waste. I'm gonna reuse it as my doubling up this guy, and things will be good. And look at that tiny house now, guys. Isn't that quite a difference from what I had before? And it looks pretty cool, I think. Pretty cool for the budget I'm on. I gotta admit that. Tight budget, tight. So let's see. Yeah, I shut the fire off. I'll give you the temperature update on that. The fans are still running though. 62 Fahrenheit inside. Humidity's gone down a tad at 67% humidity, and it is still bitter out, 37. And it is for Europe, 13 degrees Celsius. Comfortable in here. Still no, my coat's off. It's right there. So I had to take the fire extinguisher down again, but I think he can go back up now. So I'm gonna do the wiring, and wiring from that LED down to here, and it won't be very long at whatsoever. I'll do that quickly, then put that board up, and what else? Yeah, that'll be good for now. I'm gonna do this next piece at another time because I gotta take measurements, cut, all that fun stuff, and then the ceiling will be pretty much tidied up. Thank God for that. That was quite this battle. And then I'll be putting the ceiling fan up. There he is over there. And he will go basically just past, like once this is up, I'm gonna put him like just right here. So he has enough space to spin between the wall and everything. So he's not kind of like whatever. And that'll be right above the bed. And so when you get those warm nights, I can have 12 volt little air circulation going on. The only downer with that is both fans will be on at the same time. I can always change that in the future though, not a big deal. So, good to go, guys. I'll get this stuff done. Another chunk of something. And my dad was shocked. He said, "Oh, you got her done this time, eh?" And I said, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I did well. I did 3 now myself, and this offset piece was, I needed help for that. That was just crazy. And the last piece should be fairly easy, guys, because it's not some whomping 4 foot across. It's if I take a tape measure and actually measure it for you, I'll tell you exactly how far this thing's gonna go. It's gonna be 2.5 feet wide, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. So what I'll do, since I'm going to jump up on the ladder, I'll spool out some material. Actually, let me grab the spool of wire here. Doesn't really tell me. Okay, what gauge is this? Somebody was asking me what gauge of wire this smaller wire is that I got. I'll tell you. Let's see. Well, maybe I'll tell you. Normally they label things with the AWG, but I do not. Okay, here we go. Small print. What am I reading here? What? That's weird. Normally they print the label of the gauge and everything on there. Okay, 30 volt, 60 degrees Celsius. Oh, it's 18 gauge wire. Oh God, I totally missed that. It's 18 gauge. I think that's plenty thick for the amount of amps these lights pull, which is like nothing. So I'm gonna cut some wire here, guys. Put this down. That's all gummed up. I don't need much because it's just hooking up to the I hate that fiber stuff they put in there. It's just hooking up to that solderless connection there, the press fit, I guess you would call it. So may have to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna took a little too much copper off. Same size. So about that much copper, guys. Yeah, you can see that okay. I'm gonna throw that up on the ceiling and tilt you up so maybe you can see. And that will be the final LED that's going to be mounted on the ceiling. Now, a lot of people said, well, you should have did like embed your lights into the ceiling. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but I'm using what I have on hand. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, guys. Oh, geez, I need that flashlight up here because I want to kind of see what I'm doing. So, I'll grab the flashlight. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see much when I'm up there. I can't really do too much on that, but now the negative is on the right, on this side, and the positive positive wire being an absolute pain. Oh man. You know, these solderless things are really good, but that's when you can reach them. I got friggin' wire tension pulling back on the wire. against me. Wow, that didn't hold it worth a crap. Come on, wire. What the hell is your problem? Ooh, my fan does not sound good. Oh, wow. Both friggin' wires came out. That is not good. If those LED light wires were a little bit longer, things would be good, you know that? There we go, finally. There. They're in. Woo. Those things are a nightmare when you can't reach them. I need longer arms or something. That sounds very strange. Let's see if we got any heat here still. A little bit. It melted all the wax. See that, guys? Made a giant candle though. Look. Woo. So, hey, the tips are still sticking up. So look at that. The wicks, I mean. So I can have like a giant candle now. That's pretty cool. Giant tea light candle, guys. And then I can cook off it if I had to. I just cook off the stove though. It's a lot better. Okay, that is not my fan. Somebody is using some kind of machinery outside. Okay, somebody's using a chainsaw outside on a Sunday. Hopefully not notorious. Weird. Weird. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a bunch of slack off of this wire. Gotta set you guys kind of on the floor. Locate. Okay, here's the wire. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 4. 4 door. Hey, nice. 4 door for the entrance door. Okay, I'll cut it here. That way we got lots of wire to work with. Now, obviously, guys, with the length of wires I'm using, I'm going to have losses. But I'm pretty sure the losses I'm going to have are going to be negligible because of the amount of power total my loads take. And I mention it so many times it's ridiculous, but now what I'm going to do is take some blue tape, tape this guy so I know what it is. Ooh, label it. And I got to label this white one too, because I did not do that yet. So we'll do that. So you have a pencil, or a pen even. Do I have a pen? Dollar store run. I'll label this one anyway. So this guy is LED 4. Voila. And this guy's going to be LED 3 because he was the next in line. Or the one before that I didn't label, I should say. That one's huge. Overkill. Whoops. Oh, come on. LED 3. Perfect. And I'll keep that blue tape over here because we have, once the ceiling fan is the last wire to be run, at least this ceiling fan will be a lot closer to the power supply than that one, because that one's the longest distance away. But hopefully things will turn out. Sorry about the camera angle, guys. Okay, so some progress. Pretty good, feeling good. I'm gonna do this board next here. Might as well. I'm just gonna fit it and see what it looks like. There we go. I'm gonna see if it fits nicely across here or not. Then I can pre-drill it. Slam it in, and then that's one less step. Yes, this is the one that is a little bit short, but not enough not for this type of job here. So I can grab the drill, put him up, and perfect. Okay, need this guy. Oh, I need some 1-inch, 2-inch screws. So, give me a second, guys. I need about 4 of those, I think. I'll bring the bucket out here. That way, it's actually filming something. Put this guy up here. There we go. You can at least see my head. I'm just going through my scrap, well, not really scrap, but these were the all the hardware that the longer hardware that was removed from the tiny house when I got kicked off the other property by the city because they didn't like it. Oh no, they didn't. Since it's the government, they don't like people going off the grid here in Canada. Yet we have the carbon tax. It's very hypocritical, guys. We got the carbon tax. We got the which we call the oxygen tax because it's just a tax for breathing. I call it the oxygen tax. There we go. Got enough. And it's a total scam by Al Gore and the globalists. If you don't know who those guys are, then you're probably not paying attention. So what I'm going to do is I'll get one in the center here to start, and then I can start working on everywhere else. Ta-da! Okay, now I gotta bring this down. Holes match up. Yeah, it's pretty shameful. They won't let you live off grid in Canada, but they believe in global warming. Oh my. That's because Canada's deep in the hands of the globalists, much more than America, and it's not good, guys. Put it that way. Not good. Perfect. So I'll do the corners and then I'll move my way in. I think that's the best way. But yeah, it's quite sad. So eventually, if a miracle happens and I win the lotto, I'll be able to buy land somewhere in the boonies, bring the tiny house there, and what I plan on doing, guys, is I'm not gonna abandon the tiny house. I'm gonna live in it. But what I'll do is, if I had money to burn and didn't have a worry about a day job, I would take the tiny house to the property, blank piece of grass somewhere, and I'd live in it. But I'd buy a brand new flatbed trailer and start the off-grid tiny house project all over again from scratch. This time with a nice budget. And all the knowledge I learned from building this one, from mistakes and so on. And that would be pretty awesome. Like, I wouldn't abandon YouTube or anything, even if I had that kind of money. And I wouldn't abandon the tiny house here either, guys. I would definitely live in it if I had that kind of money. Though I'd want property where the government or the city, when I talk city, government, it's all the same, doesn't bother me. And with that kind of money, I guess you could throw your influence around. Though you shouldn't really have to, guys, because they're hardcore into this global warming stuff, yet the only one really producing a lot of pollution would be China and India. Since they build, well, China builds a new coal power plant every day. And when I say coal power plant, I mean no filtering of the coal, of the pollution whatsoever, as to oppose you guys in the US, where you have clean coal, which is basically the most efficient kind that you want. You're getting the most out of the fuel. And it makes sense. Why wouldn't you want that? But China, they don't have standards and don't care. So it's just a free-for-all. They'll just put whatever they want up, cheapest, fastest, slave labor, and they got power out the wazoo. But they pay for it in smog. And if the government, I rant like this before, if the government was serious about the planet, GMOs would be banned. If you guys don't know what GMOs are, well, then you're not paying attention. Or don't care. Either one. So, this one and then one more, and we should be good.
Perfect.
So I'll just do one more down here in the middle. We'd be good to go. Yeah, it's pretty sad that, you know, you gotta fight for your freedoms anymore. Because everybody's kind of been lulled to sleep by the governments. And that's what they want. Want to keep you dumb, happy, and entertained. So you don't have time to look around at the real issues. And they're hypocrites. Absolutely hypocrite. That's pretty good. I could put another screw there for into the ceiling, but it's okay actually. So that part's done. I won't bother taking the measurement that I need today to get to the ceiling because really I don't have the saw with me, and it kind of sucks, right? Eventually it'd be nice to have a saw here full time. Maybe I can save up for that. That'd be okay. Off-grid saw. Be cool. Let's see. So, yeah. So I'll leave the ladder off to the side. And so what I'm going to have to do here, guys, if you can see right here, I'm going to have quite a gap in between this wall and the ceiling. So, my plan is finish the ceiling across. Then what I'm going to do is take 2x4s, which me and my dad kind of discussed this. This is for demonstration purposes only. There's screws sticking out of this. But anyway, when the ceiling's up, I'm going to put I'm just holding it on the side. It's not actually going to go here. I'm going to put 2x4s that, obviously one on this corner here, like so. Obviously on top and flush. This won't be sitting out like this. It's just so I can hold it up to kind of show you, give you an idea. So this will sit up here, one in the middle, whoops, one on that corner, and then I can sheet it with my leftover plywood material and then raise the flag up. So it's going to seal, it's going to connect this wall to the ceiling solid, and that way, you know, it looks better. And then I can raise the flag up and hide the non-painted wood. Let's see. If that doesn't work, I'm going to run a 2x4 this way and go all the way across and connect to fill this gap. Because one thing is for sure, when the ceiling hits here, like ends about here, I'll still have a little bit, I'll still have this kind of gap here. But I guess I can live with that. That's not a big deal. So we'll see how that works out, but whatever. Yeah, so I gotta fix this survival blanket up here. Actually, I won't because the bed's in the way. I can't even get up there, so. But anyway, that's kind of some of my plans coming up here in future videos, guys. But we lucked out. Everything's kind of cool. So, put the fire extinguisher back where it should be. That way I know. Oh no, I pulled the pin. Good thing it's not a grenade. I didn't pull the pin on purpose, but what the heck? Yeah, I don't need that going off in here. Unless it's an emergency. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me now. It's down. It's only dropped down to 60.3, and the humidity has gone down outside and inside actually. So, interesting. And then I'll move the beds and stuff back once this ceiling is up and done, and all the work is done on the wall. And then I can finally finish the wiring for the master switch, this black thing down here, and then test everything out. Hopefully I don't have any shorts or anything anywhere. And then this will give me a good reading of my battery. Hey, that came loose a little bit. Let me tighten that up. Tighten these up, both of them. All three, actually. There we go. And then I can boom, 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 boom. Now Stu, High Tech Guy 18, wants me to take the zombie lights, which are here, and move those to the far side over here. Though, not a high priority, it's just kind of a gimmicky thing. He said you gotta squeeze the two ends, I think, down here to remove these covers from the switches, but I'll do that some other time. I just want to get stuff done and up and running, and hopefully everything works. But yeah, the tiny house, oh man, I'm pretty excited that it's able to hold the heat that it does now with almost the complete ceiling up in the living space. And even when running the fireplace, I had it up to 51, and like I said at the beginning of the video there, one of the videos, it held temperature in here pretty good. It only dropped like 10 degrees overnight. That's pretty amazing. Because it was 9 degrees outside last night. So, plus windy and rainy. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's pretty damn good. So once this ceiling is panels up, then we're good. Now, I can't believe it, guys, but I had a lot of naysayers when I first tried putting this. You can still see some of the survival blanket back there, the silvery stuff. I didn't even know if that stuff was going to work. It does. Put it behind your walls if you're building a shed, a house, whatever. And if you have the money, buy the better stuff, which is called Reflectix, which is like the bubble material that has that stuff already embedded on it. Way easier to work with. Works awesome. And it should cool things off in here summertime as well. It'll keep things, you know. Oh, and I haven't ordered anything from Wish for a while. I have some stuff coming. You guys will have to wait and see on that. But one of the items is going to be a divider. It's a tapestry, but it's I'm going to use it as a dividing between the bathroom and the rest of the living space. That way, if somebody does come over and has to use the washroom, at least they can go behind the tapestry. No one can see them. Unfortunately, if they got if they're loud in the bathroom, let's say, we'll be able to hear it, which is no good, but at least they can warn me and I can turn the radio up or the TV up or something. but yeah, they don't, in case they have a Dumb and Dumber moment or something on the composting toilet. Yeah, hopefully not. Maybe you guys remember that scene, but that was pretty funny with the X lights. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I can't get too much more done today. I want to move the pantry out of there, the bed back, everything, but I can't do that till I finish the next section of plywood here, finish connecting the wall, then I can start moving stuff and finish the wiring and get the master switch up and running so we have power. And I can control all my lighting then. On the dark days it'll be nice because I can just flip switches, and when the fireplace is on, flip the fans on, get them dialed into how fast I want them to spin, and that will be quite a nice setup. And all this stuff, guys, is going to be running off of basically 2 solar panels, and that would equal up to 200 watts because they're 100 watts each, feeding one, my bigger battery back there, feeding off of one 33 amp hour deep cycle AGM battery. And that is pretty amazing. So, and then my heat fans are dedicated off, like not the ceiling fans, the fans that are inside the fireplace. They're dedicated to my smaller battery, which is fine because they're 5 watts a piece. There's 3 of them, and they don't draw much at all. And that's just dedicated for heat. And in the case that that battery is running low, which I doubt, I can always break out Charles's power pack and run at least 2 of the fans. Actually, if I have both, I actually have both of his power packs here. Where's the other one? Oh, right down here. It's charging my MP3 player. If I use both of these, I still have heat. I can have heat running off of these power packs via the fans that are installed in my propane stove. So, pretty awesome, guys. I gotta admit. Alright. Whoops. Let me unplug. Oh, this song, not that hot, but I'm gonna plug this in because I need some music. Oh wow, can't believe you can hear that. So, let's see. Does that show up? Yeah, it's Lights. It's her new album I mentioned. I've been listening to it quite a bit because I like it. I just listen to it over and over again, the album, and don't get tired of it too badly. So there's only a few songs on there I mentioned, I believe, that I didn't like, but the rest are great. And normally you only get 1 or 2 per album, right? Oh, that's still loud. Good. Yeah, so cool. I'll just shut this off. Yeah, this is charged up now anyway. Yeah, so a lot of good progress, guys. Gotta admit, this is kind of a longer video, but that's okay. Most of you guys only stick around for the first 3 minutes on average because the Google Analytics tells me that, so that really sucks. Maybe, hey, how about this, guys? Should I start making 3-minute long videos? Do you guys want that? Only? A 3-minute video a day? I don't think a lot of people would like that. But if you guys don't like that, then you gotta start watching my videos all the way through. If not, it's just gonna tell me that you guys only want to see about 3 minutes of me and my progress. So that's kind of sucks, especially for anybody who wants to watch 20 minutes or longer to see all the stuff that I do. Because I can't really cover a lot in 3 minutes. That's basically me coming into the tiny house, showing you the temperature, showing you a little solar, telling you what I'm going to do today, and 3 minutes is up. So, I don't know. Hopefully you guys can bring my numbers up, especially now that I'm on my own paying rent here. So I need to make at least, hey, if I was able to make $600 in a month off of YouTube, that would be my rent here for the whole year. Then think of that. Every month after that, I can use that money to finish the tiny house and get a ton done, like a ton. And that's pretty good. $600 a month? Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Because I would have the year paid rent for this place. Then I could go to town buying batteries and getting the solar all done, hooked up. And then the tiny house will be lived in after that. Big time. Because I'll be all set for that. But yeah, just try to keep an eye out, guys. Keep my videos liked, shared. Try to watch them all the way through if you can. I know the majority does not, because it tells me that. Or some people will skip through my videos and just be like, okay, that's what he's doing today. So that's kind of lame too. So that hurts me, guys. Hopefully you guys can kind of suffer through. But yeah, why are you subbing to me if you're only skipping through my videos then? That's my question. There you go. That's a doozy. But anyway, I'm out of here. I pretty much got everything done that I want to get done for today, and the battery's about to die, so we'll see you on the next one, guys.